Star Wars Battlefront EA. Oh boy, Star Wars Battlefront EA. Total badass! This is one of my favorite Xbox One games. Now I know what you're thinking. What the hell is wrong with you? Well, apparently I'm sorry, but this is actually one of my favorite games. I get so excited every time I see this game. It's one of my personal favorites. Now, I'm gonna ask, is it worth it? Let's find out. Okay, as we all remember, a long time ago, this was the best Star Wars Battlefront back in PlayStation 2, Xbox era. And also on the PC, as you can see. But Battlefront 3 was soon to come out, but instead got canceled. Then a long time ago, as we all know, Disney bought out LucasArts, and they remastered this with EA. Now, a long time ago when this game got released, it was hit with bad reviews. And now it's later in the future, EA has actually fixed this thing and made it awesome. Now, is it worth it? Let's find out. Now, according to this game, yes, most features are online, but there is a lot of things you can do offline. Let's find out since I have the game already ready. Close curtains or no? Yeah. Alright, hold on guys. My brother's filming, so give him a second. He's new to this. Okay. For the offline modes, we have, that's online, but let me do offline first. For offline, we got missions. We have training, which is actually useful so you can get used to, like vehicles, the indoor, controlling villains, controlling ATSTs, and the Battle of Hoth. You know, the air speeder. I mean, sorry, tongue twister, snow speeder. Now for battles, you could do this with a friend or by yourself. This one is basically like team deathmatch, Call of Duty style. Bunch of soldiers against each other. Then you have Heroes Team Deathmatch, which is really fun. The maps you have are Hoth, Tatooine, Endor, Salust. Sorry, I can't say that one. Now for survival, basically it's kind of like survive as long as you can before help picks you up. And it actually is very fun, but you've got to be on your toes on this game. This game will survival will literally kick your ass when you least expect it. Now, there's two more modes I have forgot to mention. Fighter Squadron, and my favorite, Walker Assault. Walker Assault is one of the main modes I love to play in Star Wars Battlefront. Now, this has got a few problems. Yes, I have to admit, my favorite game does have a few problems. Now, when you start the game on Walker Assault, you can either choose for difficulty normal, hard, or really hard. And this game is offline. You can do split screen, so you don't have to be always online. So the missions are offline, and Walker Assault and Fighter Squadron are offline. So yes, it is mostly online, but there are modes to do offline. There's also tutorial. Tutorial allows you to get, sorry, it's hard to explain. Tutorial allows you to get the feel of the soldier, learn how to take out the droids, and learn the basics of the game so you know what you're doing. Now let me explain Walker mode. Now, here's one of the difficulties I have with Star Wars Battlefront. The loading screen. The loading screen takes forever. Yes, it takes a while. I counted 30 seconds to 40, sometimes a minute, depending on what it is, what map, who's in the game. But most of the time, this thing takes about 40 seconds to a minute to load. And that can be kind of frustrating. That's one of the complaints I have. Loading screens. But what do you expect? That's with every game you get. Sorry, my mother's trying to distract me while I'm working. Forgive me, I have two baboons acting like complete morons when I'm trying to work here. Yes, as you can tell, the loading screen takes forever. Forgive me, guys. That's loading screen for you. If you're going to play Star Wars Battlefront, make yourself a sandwich, grab a soda, just do something for like a whole minute, and when the game finally loads, we're in. Now, when you start Walker Assault, you could either be the Galactic Empire or the River Alliance. I kind of like being the Emperor, so let me show you how that works. Now, when you start the game, you may not have a lot of blasters. The one I started with would have to be the Imperial Blaster and the Rebel Blaster. These other blasters I had to unlock with money that I played online with. Yes, that is kind of frustrating. You have to play online to unlock weapons. But my favorite gun of all time has to be the DLT-19 blaster. Now, when you have hands, that's basically what do you want? Do you want a jetpack? Do you want a stronger shot? Do you want grenades? Depending on what you have in multiplayer, you'll carry on over to single player offline. Alright, the game is pretty simple. The rebels are trying to turn on these things called uplinks to call in Y-wings. When the Y-wings come to attack the walkers, they can take it down. But as of right now, the walker is literally invincible. Now see this, if I can find it. Hold on, I found a power. Oh, see that? You find power-ups scattered around the maps, like a hero power-up, a ship like TIE Fighter power-up. Oh, it won't let me do it. Okay, that's a bummer. The thing about the power-ups, once in a rare moon, the power-ups won't work. The game is actually pretty much a Call of Duty. It's actually really fun. Very simple. Right trigger fires, left trigger looks down the sight, right bumper makes you melee, which would be nice in Call of Duty. LB uses your jetpack, RB does the other button, and depending on what you have, that's what it'll do. Now, I just picked up a ship that would be that would be TIE Fighter. Now, you can see the... I can't focus. Holding down the left trigger allows you to focus on a ship and destroy it. Using LB allows you to speed up and get away from your enemies. RB, I believe, is a missile, but we're going to find out. Oh, there it is. There he is. To lock onto your enemy, hold LT when you have a lock on him, fire the missile, and most of the time, it makes its mark. You can attack from the sky, getting on the enemies from below, but be careful not to run into a wall. Like, I do this all but like that. You gotta be careful when you're above ground, because you can eventually hurt yourself when doing that. Now, when starting the game, you're always gonna start, like, away from the uplink, so sometimes you're gonna have to get up close or just walk, or most of the time, what I recommend is grabbing the jetpack. Grabbing the jetpack allows you to jump and fly towards your objective much faster. But here's the problem. Every time you use the jetpack, unless you upgraded it, you have to wait for it. Now the uplink, you can tell I'm turning off. When the uplink is off, that helps your AT walker. Hold on, guys. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. If you set up an explosive and an enemy fires at it, it can actually fire back on you. Smart, but hey, not bad. Now see this right here? That's an ATST, right? ATST walker. Oh, hold on, let me get rid of that. That's a cannon you can use by placing it on the ground and see this ATST walker? Grab it, go away from the battle, click LB, RB, and boom, you're playing as the ATST. But there's a little problem with the ATST. Not much, but just a little minor detail. The ATST is very vulnerable to missile strikes. Basically, if it gets hit about 2 times, sometimes 3, depending on how strong it is, it'll knock it out clean. But blasters don't do much against it, but it can still take it down. And yes, this game does overheat your weapons, but it's not as bad as you think. Now you can hear in the background they're trying to get a lock on me. They're trying to fire a missile at me, which you just saw he missed. Where is he? Where is he? Oh no, you don't. That's a. Now, honestly, this game is really Philip. Thank you. This game. Sorry, my brother's trying to maneuver, get the camera right. Ugh, lost my trace. This game is really, really fun. But there is another downside. I do have to admit, it's kind of one complaint I have. To play Star Wars Battlefront, you must have Xbox Live, or I think for PS4, I've never had a PS4. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's PSN Live, something like that. Basically, you have to have Live on the PS4 and Xbox One to play Battlefront online. Philip, you're covering the camera. Philip, your finger. Your finger is covering the camera. It's not. Oh, forgive my brother. He's new at this. But anyways. Where's the game? I had it. Oh, here it is. The final question. Is it worth it? Yes, it is very well worth it. This game may be cheap. This game may be, online mostly. But this game is so much fun when you get the hang of it. Now you may think, oh, it's online only. Once you are online, there's many modes. Like they've got Droid Run. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Walker Assault, Cargo, Extraction. I can't remember all of them. Heroes versus Villains, that's another fun one. This game may be cheap and may be online only, but this game could be so much fun if you actually give it a chance. And it's not that much. At GameStop, I got this game for $5, and it was pretty well done. But the Unlimited Edition, I recommend getting. It could probably be $20, $30, depending on where you buy it. Unlimited Edition comes with the Season Pass and everything. That's really worth picking up. Well, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Next time we're going to be reviewing Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yeah, I know.